I'm standing in my childhood home, the phone still clutched in my hand, my heart racing as my dad's words cut through me like a knife. Well, it's just one of those things. The pain and trauma of the past year, of a lifetime, come flooding back, and I'm transported to a place of darkness and despair. My dad and we've never had an easy relationship. He and my mom split up when I was just 4 years old, and I've always struggled to understand why. My mom's told me that she came home from work one day to find his bags packed, no warning, no explanation. He's always denied having an affair, but the doubt has always lingered. As a kid, I adored him. He was the fun parent, the one who took me on adventures and bought me toys. But as I grew older, I began to see the cracks in his facade. The arguments with my mom, the yelling, the criticism, it all took its toll on me. I remember the constant arguments, the screaming matches that would leave my mom in tears. I recall one particularly vicious fight over a missing child on the news, my dad yelling at my mom, his face red with rage. And then there was the time he slammed his keys on the floor so hard they dented the wood and bent the keys beyond use. I was terrified of him, of his temper, of his unpredictability. I was a sensitive child, autistic, and the world was already an overwhelming place, but with my dad, it was like navigating a minefield. As I grew older, the criticisms only intensified. He'd call me lazy, tell me I was worthless, that I'd never amount to anything. I'd try to explain, to tell him how I was feeling, but he'd just shut me down, tell me I was being ridiculous, that I needed to toughen up. And then, when I was 15, he had a mental breakdown, and everything changed. He became obsessed with conspiracy theories, with anti-vax nonsense, and I was lost, unsure of how to navigate this new, strange world. I had my own breakdown, just before I turned 17, and our relationship never recovered. He'd get frustrated with me, tell me I was being ridiculous, that I was overreacting. He'd ignore me, dismiss my feelings, and I'd be left feeling isolated, alone. I remember the time I told him about my ADHD diagnosis, and he just looked out the window, his face a mask of indifference. I recall the time I texted him, telling him I was in the hospital, struggling with suicidal thoughts, and he just sent me a disinterested message, telling me I was fine, that I had nothing to worry about. The memories are endless, each one a fresh wound, a new pain. And yet, I've always struggled to cut him off, to distance myself from his toxic behavior. My friends and family tell me I should, that I deserve better, but I've always felt a sense of loyalty, of duty, to him. But now, as I stand here, the phone still clutched in my hand, I'm starting to wonder if it's time to reevaluate, to take a step back, and ask myself, is my dad a narcissist? The question haunts me, echoing through my mind like a mantra. I'm not a psychologist, I don't know the answer, but I do know that I need to take care of myself, to prioritize my own well-being. I've started searching for a therapist, someone who can help me navigate this complex web of emotions, of traumas. I'm scared, I'm unsure, but I know I need to take this step, to confront the demons of my past, to find a way to heal, to move forward. As I look back, I realize that our relationship has been a never-ending cycle of pain and trauma. He's always been the center of attention, the one who needs to be placated, to be soothed. And I've always been the one to give in, to compromise, to sacrifice my own needs, my own feelings. But I'm starting to see that this isn't healthy, that this isn't normal. I'm starting to understand that I deserve better, that I deserve to be treated with love, with kindness, with compassion. The thought is both exhilarating and terrifying. I'm not sure what the future holds, but I do know that I need to take this step, to start this journey of self-discovery, of healing. I need to learn to prioritize myself, to put my own needs first. I need to find a way to break free from this toxic cycle, to create a new, healthier dynamic. And as I stand here, the phone still clutched in my hand, I know that I'm ready to take this first step, to start this new chapter in my life. The question still lingers, is my dad a narcissist? I don't know, but what I do know is that I need to take care of myself, to prioritize my own well-being. I need to find a way to heal, to move forward, to create a new, healthier relationship with my dad, or to distance myself from him, to protect myself from his toxic behavior. The journey ahead will be difficult, but I'm ready to take this first step, to start this new chapter in my life. As I look to the future, I'm filled with a sense of hope, of uncertainty. I know that I'll face challenges, that I'll struggle to navigate this new, complex world. But I also know that I'm strong, that I'm resilient, that I can overcome anything. And as I stand here, the phone still clutched in my hand, I know that I'm ready to take this first step, to start this new chapter in my life. Was I right to start questioning my dad's behavior, or should I have just kept quiet and continued to suffer in silence?
If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Drop your verdict in the comments below, subscribe for new stories every single day, and hit the notification bell so you never miss one.